All right. Good afternoon slash evening, everybody. Oh shoot, I forgot I'm gonna have to it's not Microsoft 2020, this is Microsoft 2024, so I have to change my source. But welcome to St. Martin. We've got the beautiful Slammer Air CRJ-900 here in the simulator for the first time today with Sim Update 2 drop. And shout out, I believe LUNAR posted that. Who put that? No, Harjoss put that in the what's it called, in the Discord. And that's the only reason why I ended up getting on 2024 today, was because of Sim Update 2. I was fully ready to go in 2020. I had to remake, that's why we started a little bit late here. I had to remake the thumbnail and then get everything set up. I opened up Microsoft 2024 to test the Slammer Air, make sure everything was in there, and the CRJ wasn't even in there. So I had to go import the CRJ file in there and then make sure the Slammer Air everything worked, and then do all the EFB stuff. So that's why we're a little bit late, but we're here now. Welcome. Ente is first, and a different perspective says, no sir, wait 1 second. Ladies, there's enough of me to go around. Okay, doesn't matter who's first, but appreciate the support, guys. Welcome. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday. We're getting there. It's almost the end of the week for everybody else. For me, it was Monday, so I'm working for the next 6 days. But the good news is that means there's going to be some good weekend content for you guys. Sorry, filling off my blue light glasses. So we got some of that to look forward to today, and we're going to take a look at Sim Update 2 today. I have no idea. I didn't really look at any of the notes or anything like that to see what kind of things were really done. It's apparently a pretty big update. We can read some of the patch notes and this and that once we kind of get up and cruise, because it's going to be a pretty long flight back to Miami today. So why don't we jump inside here, because we've got a long night ahead of us, and let's get some power to the airplane. All of a sudden, by the way, it locked in. Like, do you guys see how smooth? It doesn't look as smooth to you guys as it does on my screen, but like all of a sudden, the like switching back and forth between screens and stuff like that, like locked in, and it's a lot smoother now. Like before this, like all while I was setting this up, I was literally like, oh my gosh, I don't know, like it looks so bad. But it ended up like I said, I don't know how to explain it. It literally just locked in like out of nowhere, and it's not even like really that pixely. Well, I was a little pixely there, but it's not that pixely, and it's not that bad. So yeah, out of nowhere, it just decided to do that. So let's go ahead and get the GPU connected and get the power online there. Nav lights come on, that's about it. Emergency exit lights can get armed, not on. Smoking signs on. Seatbelt signs can stay off for now. And at least if it's anything like where I'm at right now, it's hot. It is, it's just give me a temperature right now, but it's been hot all day today. We'll look down at my free look is really slow though. I don't know what the deal with that is. Open, and everything else is good to go there, so let's go ahead and get the APU online. See the door open back here. Ente said it's a long flight back. It is a longer flight back, Ente. Speaking of, let's go ahead and generate some flight plans here from SimBrief, and let's get some numbers. I believe it's a 3-hour block time. Slammer 2209 going back to Miami. Let's take a look at SimBrief, what it has to say about it. 3-hour 15-minute block from SimBrief, 2 hours and 42 minutes en route. Departure time's 5:15, so we have about 5 minutes to kind of lock in and get everything ready here. What is up, YouTube and Twitch, by the way? Welcome to everybody here. If you guys would like to watch on Twitch, you can do that, !Twitch in the chat, and that should take you there, and it's less delay, apparently, if that's enticing to anybody. So, alright guys, sounds like the APU is on and running. We can get the packs on, recirc fans on, and the air conditioning down, the cargo hold on, and we'll go auto on, auto with the hydraulics, and the windshield heats to low as well. Probe heats and all that can stay off. Okay, it's probably going to zoom this in a little bit more. We'll probably do something like that. We'll get some wing views set up once we kind of get rolling here. The screens look really good. Everything looks really good so far here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. We'll see how everything is. TNCM we are here. And we'll get the flight plan route. Let's send it to the FMS. Let's set the payload in the... Whoa. Did it? No. Uh-oh. What happened here? Oh, no. Did it WASM crash? Oh, no, guys. Did it just WASM crash on me? Is that what's happening right now? I don't know, because I think I wouldn't be able to move the flight controls at all. Oh, wow.
Boarding requested.
Let me see. Dude, if it WASM crashed on me, this is not off to a good start from this brand new sim update 2. Yeah, I think it did. Anybody have any ideas out there? I mean, I got nothing.
Do you want to board crew?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it WASM crashed. Okay.
Hello, Captain.
Well,
We are
we're
ready.
gonna do this similar to the way that we did. Do I have to restart the whole simulator or just restart the flight? Does anybody know? Like, does anything work? Hydraulics work. Sadly, I don't have
Passengers bus is
2024 yet.
coming.
But I think, I mean, I can control this stuff though, right? That doesn't happen usually with the WASM crash. I thought everything got disabled.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Restart flight. Okay. We're gonna do this kind of just like we did with the 350. I'm gonna give this, my idea is go back to 2020, Limp says. Limp, we're gonna give this one more shot here. We're gonna go back to TNCM and give this one more shot. So let's see. And actually too, I'm not even 100% sure if this is going to connect. Let's switch gates, see if that was the problem. I hope this connects. Oh no, you need to connect to the sim. Dude, it's not, I don't even think it's going to connect to Microsoft 2024. Wait, why not? Why isn't it connect? Why is New Sky not connecting to Microsoft 2024? Because I can't start this flight. '2024 hater here. Dude, Limp, you are you might be onto something though. I mean, this is pretty bad right now if this is going to be the case. I hope if it's going to WASM crash on me, I hope it WASM crashes like really soon so that way we don't get like halfway out there and lose everything. Yeah, great question. How is your new job, Ente? Ente said I saw the last stream I made 2.1 million, lost 1.9. That is hilarious, Ente. No shade, it's just really funny. If it WASM crashes, I hope it WASM crashes really soon because I don't want to go through this whole thing and like get halfway out there and then have it WASM crash on me, so I really hope it just does it shortly. Let me see, is this how I really have my throttles set up? Controls. Bravo. Just want to set it to basically like the 320. Airbus quad, no. What is that? Airbus twin. That's it. I think I want specific. Okay. I think I can make this Airbus twin as well, or no, I can't. Skystream, what's up, man? Welcome back to the stream. Long time no see. Yeah, man. Welcome back. It's still only one throttle controls both. Is that right? All right, Holden, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? So far, no good. Not gonna lie, so far, no good. Oh, wait, let me see if I go to dual axis. There we go. Okay, I just had to go to dual axis. Okay, we're gonna set idle, set idle. Climb thrust is gonna be right here. Set climb, set climb. Toga is gonna be right here. Set toga, set toga. Max is gonna be there. Set max, set max. Validate, no errors found. Okay, great. So that way we have all that stuff. And that should cycle into reverse thrust and then take it out. Okay, perfect. There we go. What's Slammer Air? Slammer Air is our virtual airline Sky stream. Feel free to join. There's a link in the description. You just have to download the new Sky app, which I actually don't even know. Again, I don't even know even if I get this working, it's not connecting to 2024. So far, Holden, we've had a WASM crash. And now my new Sky is not connecting to Microsoft 2024. I feel like that's most likely my issue. I feel like I haven't really done anything. I was just assuming that it was gonna connect, and it hasn't yet. So that's kind of what is happening right now. Let's request some boarding. Cool thing is the airplane's taxiing right next to my working place, 30 meters away, and they park like 15 meters in front of me. That's awesome, Entei. So much fun. A bit heavy physically from time to time. Unloads large aircraft cargo containers. We'll get used to it in a few weeks. Yeah, man. It's good to get
Boarding
some...
requested.
It's good to get some heavy physical labor in there sometimes, man. So, do you have to pay to run an airline? No, you don't, Skystream. No, you do not. Ah, I always do this. It's running pretty smooth right now, so it really would just be a shame if it WASM crashes again.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
I don't know what to do about New Sky, though. I really don't. It's because it's not connecting.
Passenger's bus is coming.
And you're ridiculous. Turn this air conditioning down, yeah.
Departure
Nice and
checks
cold.
completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Alright, let's see TNCM weather variable. Let's take off runway 10. Over here, departure runway 10 on the BOPAT 2, I guess. Yeah, so there you go. We do have a departure procedure. BOPAT 2, juice transition. And then outbound, we'll execute that.
Passenger's boarding started.
Booking gear.
Like then we'll go over the arrival and stuff once we get a little bit closer to Miami. Index, nothing else really to do there. Perf page, perf init. Cruising altitude today is going to be flight level 360. And our weights are heavy. Let's see, let's just make sure everything looks good there. Do y'all not butter? Well, we... short answer, no. Holden said, hope you have a good performance with the update. I'm going to test mine out tonight, adjust some graphics settings. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, let me know how yours goes. Like I said, Holden, I don't know. This is, I'm nervous at this point. 66.2 on the zero fuel weight. That is good. VNAV setup. I believe we're 0.77 in the climb. Says,
Hello?
Sim CFI, flight level 360. We'll do let's do 0.81 in the cruise if we can. I forgot to do slash 0.81 in the cruise if possible. Execute that and perfin it. No, why do I keep doing that? It'll be 0.77 in the descent as well. 0.77 in the descent. And of course, the one I remember to do the slash on doesn't need the slash. Oh, yeah. Execute that. And now the only other thing too is previous info. Transition level coming out of here should be 5,000, I believe. Transition altitude 5,000 feet. Yeah, so we'll just set that there and execute that. And I believe we have everything all set up in our legs page, index page, radio page. What does it say? Via juice direct to BOPAT, cross BOPAT air above 4,000. If unable, advise ATC. We should be able to comply with that, no problem. So the radios and everything like that are fine. We'll do 22.8. Actually, let's get on here. Obviously, Skystream, you are allowed to butter at the airline. You can do it. It has been done.
May I see your boarding pass?
I don't think we're going to be on New Sky tonight, though, because I don't know.
May I see your boarding pass?
How did I get it in 2020? I forget. How did we set this up, Holden? And
Hello.
Limp? I think Limp was the one that helped me out there, too. Got the bus out here in St. Martin. Oh, boy. Passengers taking a toll on the frames. It's all right now. I thought it'd be cool to load up at one of these stands rather than the actual like gate. Let the passengers board like this. That'd be pretty cool. We're gonna be Slammer. What are we? 2209 going back up to 2209 going back up to Miami. Crash 777 into the ocean, Ente. Yeah, you have to download the New Sky beta client for 2024. Great. Okay. Yep. So downloaded it last night. Well, I'm not going to worry about it right now because I just have a sneaky suspicion we're going to WASM crash again anyway. So I guess this flight's just going to be off New Sky. It doesn't matter. These aren't really big money makers anyway. Return into St. Martin. Not tonight. We did the flight here last night, Skystream. New Sky will auto-connect so you don't have to do anything. Oh, if I do it right now, Holden, will it auto-connect? And where is the client for 2024? Supported simulators. Holden, where is the download for 2024? It won't because you don't have the beta client, but once you have the beta client, then it auto-connects. Oh, okay. All right. So we're not going to waste time on this tonight. All right. Sounds good. We should be just about done with boarding. I'm going to do .tncm CTAF, and it's not a thing. So let's just check out what the tower frequency is here. Tower's on 18.7, so we'll go ahead and tune up that. 118.7. Squawking 2000 will come down here and flip that on. That's our mode C. And Simple Fighter, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. How you doing, brother? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I believe we're looking good down here. Oh, shoot, I have not done the navs yet, so let's go ahead and do that. And let's also we'll do that before engine start. Let's step through our flight plan and also grab our altimeter setting here real fast. 1014, so basically standard altimeter setting. Plan phase, radar vectors to BOPAT, and then at or above 4,000 feet, and then we are out on the departure, which I gotta go this way, BOPAT juice, and then we are out on the route, heading to the northwest today, all the way back up to Miami, and we'll do the rest of that once we get there. So everything looks good in terms of the route. Altimeter setting looks good. Last thing we need to do here pretty much is just finish up boarding. And I think that's about it. Haven't been here for a while. Simple Fighter says, yeah, man, no worries. Welcome back. Glad to have you. And we might not be doing this for a while either, because this is... I don't know. Like I said, I'm sniffing another WASM crash. So once again, the massive Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 update leads to more WASM crashes, just like last time. If it does, guys, we might have to scratch the Miami flight. I don't know, or at least the St. Martin departure, and maybe do some shorter stuff in the States, or like domestically. We'll see. We'll see. What's that lady looking at? Let me just do this extra real fast. Control. This one would be 8, I believe. I wish I could get outside the cabin here too, but it's alright. This will do for now. The wing looks really good. I will say that. Control, this will be 9, and then we'll go straight across for 7. Livery looks great, though. If Lunar's here, Livery looks great here in Microsoft 2024. Looks stunning, as usual. No, wait, yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we're good. I visited Berlin, so I had no time for your stream, sadly. Oh, nice. How was Berlin? That's a valid excuse, man. Valid excuse. I don't think we have any traffic in the area or anything like that. We've got ATC online elsewhere, but not us. We do have somebody taking runway 10, or just, yeah, taking runway 10 right now. We'll taxi on Alpha to get there, so we'll be okay. What is he on right now? He's on 2485. That's not even... Okay, there we go. We do have our thing set up now. It's set all of our speeds on the FMS. Or PFD, I guess I should say. 170 is our safety speed. Rotating at 151. I always forget to remember what speed we're rotating at. We're going to rotate at 151 today. Our flaps 1 speed is going to be, I believe, 172, I think is how we did it, right? It's 2 knots above that, because it's 12 knots above our V2 speed is the flaps retraction speed. So 172 initially, flaps 1, and then we'll say call it 195, 15 under the VT speed is going to be our flaps clean speed. So at 195 we'll go flaps up, bring the throttles back to climb, and then at 400 feet, so it'll be like this. We'll rotate 400 feet, we'll go heading, or actually we'll probably go nav and speed, and then at 172 flaps 1, 195 flaps up, and then probably autopilot shortly after that. So that's going to be it. It was nice, had a lot of fun, missed my flight back home, so I had to buy a new one there. 300 euro felt like a headshot. Yeah, man, that's tough. That is tough for sure. But as long as you had a good time, man, that's what matters. So glad it sounds like you had fun. I looked like whenever I was looking at this earlier, we had a slammer on the way here. Who do we have there? I believe that's Michael coming in the 737 Miami to TNCM, coming down to see us here. We're going to pass him on the way out. We're not waiting for him, but yeah, as soon as loading the bags is done here, we'll try to get out of here before we have another WASM crash. Hopefully that's the last bag. Looks like it might be. Alright. Doors are closing. That's nice. Let's prepare for pushback and departure whenever it's ready. We're going to go... let's just quick edit this, actually. And we are pretty much literally just going to go straight back. Yeah, that's... And not even very far. Actually... We really don't even need a pushback. Wait, actually, we don't even need a pushback.
Exiting from editing mode. Please
Release
wait.
parking brakes, please.
Yes. Oh geez, what the heck just happened? Why did it just drop the plane on its nose like that? I don't know, but it's actually fine because we really don't need a pushback, like I said. So everything is ready to rock and roll. We do have a checklist here, actually. Let's maybe run through some of this stuff real fast. All your circuit breakers are in, all that good stuff. The flaps are up, gears up, all that stuff is ready to rock and roll. Parking brakes set, no dual steering, long beacon on. Start clearance received. Okay, so we're ready to rock and roll. Let's go overhead. Let's get the beacon light on. And let's take a look at the engine start off the APU. The bleed valves are on auto. which I'm not sure where the bleeds are at. Let's assume if I don't see any lights, they're on auto. Is there a boost pump? No, it doesn't really say anything about the boost pumps. Bleed source, both engines, ISO valve closed. I don't know where the ISO valve is at either. So we're just gonna do this the way we've been doing it. We're just gonna get the boost pumps on, and we're gonna go ahead and start engine number 2 here. To start. Yo, Lunar, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. How are you? And 20%. Let's flip that into start. Oh. Oh, okay. They're not in. Not where they should be. Alright, I think that was my fault anyway. On my way to grab a bite. Nice, Lunar. What are you getting? Those yaw dampers on now. Definitely a quieter engine start than we are used to, I feel like. We'll be ready for engine number 1 out here. Good start on engine number 2. Let's go ahead and start 1.
There is smoke in the cabin during the evacuation of the aircraft. The walkway emergency lights will display to the exits, which are located here and here. In case of an extreme emergency landing, you'll be instructed to get into the brace position.
20% introduce fuel.
Between your knees with your hands over your head.
We got slammer air tail. Microsoft 2024 Lunar. This livery looks great in this simulator. Nice, Lunar. Nothing like a double quarter pounder after a long day, huh? Okay, so we introduced fuel, so what happened? Seatbelt signs on, first of all. I just need to like cross bleed it. Just give it more juice here. You on 24 right now? Unfortunately, we are, Lunar. I'm hoping we didn't just run into did we run into another one? Let's see. Okay. Notice I'm doing something wrong. Let's see, let's just hit the starter again. That's probably not standard operating procedure, but if not, we're probably just gonna cut it. It sounds like something's happening. Once again, so far, no good here in Microsoft 2024. Let's try this again. Let me see some hydraulics. Is there a, let me see, stat. No, that's that page. PRI. I just want to see the air. ECS, here we go. So we have hydraulic pressure, it seems to be. Let's go ahead and start it. We've got the fuel boost pump on. And then at 20%, we will introduce fuel. We will introduce fuel. I'm just going to leave it above idle and just see what happens. Because last time I moved it back down, and maybe that just messed it a little bit. I hear it. It sounds like it's spooling up. Oh, guys, this is very frustrating. This is very frustrating, guys. I don't know why it's doing this. APU's on. Turn that off. I don't know. I'm grabbing at straws here. Couldn't get this to work at all in 24. Well. There we go. Look at that. Oh, and I think that just Wasm crashed it. No? So why aren't my throttles going anywhere? What is happening, guys? What is happening right now? Oh, man, guys. Well, I think we're going to have to just scratch this. I don't know. My throttles just aren't working anymore. Like, I'm moving my hardware and it's just not doing anything. Yeah. The yoke is moving, the throttles just aren't. The flaps move, the throttles just don't. I think we're going to scratch this and go back to 2020, guys. So, the title... So this isn't... I guess Dallas to Pittsburgh on 2020 is on. Limp, that sounds very attractive right now. Well, we're going to have to cancel this flight on New Sky. Let me see. I don't think that's gonna... It doesn't look like it could cost me anything. Well, back to 2020. I'm just gonna give you guys this screen for now. Yeah. So it's not clickbait, by the way. The answer to the question, massive changes in the title, is frick no. Microsoft 2024 still sucks. I'm gonna stop with the adjectives right there. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 still is terrible. And is just not ready for the prime time. Microsoft 2024 is like, get those lights off, get them off. A different perspective says fly Cabe to Atlanta. Is that, what is that, Allentown? Is that right? Is that Allentown to Atlanta? That's an interesting one. Dude, honestly, we might just go off New Sky. I don't know. Let me see. Let's see. Actually, here, wait. We'll do this so you guys don't have to just look at nothing. We'll take a look at New Sky and see what flights are available. As you can hear, Microsoft 2024 opening in the background. Book flights. So I need a book flight. Let's take a look at what some available flights are. Scheduled packs. I was thinking about maybe even doing, like you were saying, something like a off-brand to something in the United livery. Ooh, there's a teaser of the 320 in the Discord. Oh, man. Is that like stitched? What is that? Lunar, what are you up to, Lunar? All right, anyway. Let's take a look. Could go, I want to do something shorter and maybe even do a couple flights at this point. Dude, low-key Columbus is kind of calling my name right now, I'm not going to lie. What about Dulles? Could we do Dulles? Okay. Ooh, SDF, we did have that. Somebody just recommended that, or requested that the other day. We're not going to go out like west-west or anything like that. I'm thinking maybe either Dulles to like St. Louis, maybe Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh would be kind of a vibe. Lunar about to hook me up with a 320 livery. Ooh. Let me check out of Charlotte here. What are our flights out of Charlotte? GSP, Myrtle, Hilton Head, Pensacola, Lexington, Columbus. Like I said, Columbus is low-key kind of calling my name here, guys. Where's this color? An hour and a half block. About Dulles. What about Dulles to Pitt? What is that block? An hour and 10? Yeah, let's just do Ethan Jolly, what's up, man? Welcome back to the stream. Thanks for the SDF ad, man. Can't wait to fly the route. No problem, dude. No problem. The non-captain Ethan, I like it. I think we might just go Dulles to Pitt. I think we're just gonna play it safe and just do that. I like that. That was Limp who said that. I agree. Let's do it. CRJ-900. We're gonna fly 924 Sierra Alpha for the first time today. 2155 is 555. I think that's gonna be fine because we're gonna absolutely fly through the setup of this plane. So yeah, sorry about the inconvenience today, guys. Like I said, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is really the culprit there. So don't blame me, blame them. All right, Dulles to Pitt today. We're gonna view the route, import there, and then file here on VATSIM. Slammer 106 with service to Pittsburgh International Airport today. Let's just check out. Hang on, let me take this phone call while we're waiting. All right, I'm back. He said, woohoo, which livery are you flying? Yeah, I'm going to fly the RJ still. I don't know. Sometime this week. Only had time for a short hop yesterday. I haven't checked out the 7.3 yet. Oh, you were talking to Ethan there. LUNAR said livery looks great. Flying with it's amazing. Yeah, man, they're great, dude. They're great. This week might be the last few flights for the RJ for now. Especially once that 320 livery comes out, I think we're going to spend some time in the Airbus. I think we have to. So, for now, this might be one of the last nights here in the CRJ as Microsoft 2020 takes a ridiculously long time to load here, which is pretty uncharacteristic. Flight today from Dulles to Pitt is going to be, what the heck is going on the bottom of that screen there? Is going to be 34 minutes of airtime, an hour and 2 minutes from gate to gate. Initial altitude of, or cruising altitude of 22,000 feet today. Alternate of Cleveland, and we're going to be burning 2,500 pounds. So we go from a very long flight and stretching these CRJ's legs to something that really probably is not going to stretch its legs at all, and a really easy flight for it. So going to be a nice little hop here to Pittsburgh, and maybe come back. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, definitely got to check out the 7.3 Ethan. It's a great, he did such a great job on all those liveries, and the 737 one's really great. I can't wait to see what he's going to do with the 320 livery. If you join the Discord, you can see some of these hints he's dropping here. Dude, I don't know what's going on. That stitch looks insane. Dude, is that a safety briefing card? Oh my gosh. Lunar. What stitch? Where is that even going to be at? Lunar, I have so many questions. I'm so excited. This is amazing. Wow. You're just the GOAT, dude. All right, here we go. CFM with Sharklets. We're excited for it. We're excited for it. All right, let's go to Dulles. And we've been using... Which gates were we using earlier? I think these Delta gates or something like that. Something on the corner. Maybe a Bravo. One of those Bravo gates there. Forget exactly. We'll just take one of these right here. All right, and I should be able to get rid of the display capture now that we are loading in. And VATSIM, we are filed on VATSIM, I do believe. Departure out of Dulles, yep, Slimmer 106 to Pittsburgh. Ooh, somebody going to Brussels. United 950 going to Brussels. Where's VLON at? VLON's been active in the Discord. He has not been here in a while though. Lunar, so if you wanted to do the IE's thrust reduction though. Yeah, but the CFMs are classics too though, dude. They're great. Lunar, if you want to do like the 319, 321 as well, do you have to make a whole new like livery? Like you have to paint it all. You can't just import any of it over. That's crazy. We should maybe get some DCA ops going in New Sky. Eventually. Dude, every time I just thought about this last time too. The last time we did one of these Microsoft 2024 streams and we ended up just going back to Microsoft 2020 by the end. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's why it's not recording. Hang on, because it's on 2024. My fault. Sorry guys. No way to just swap between them. Dang, that sucks, dude. That's really stupid. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Some of these stock angles are pretty gorgeous. All right, anyway, back to old reliable here, Microsoft 2020. Dude. 2024 just sucks, bro. I just don't get it. I don't understand why it's so bad. Nav lights on. We got the GPU on. Let's open up our APU door in a minute, maybe. Maybe it's a little too fast. Invite, open. Let's go start. Oh, yep. Okay, there we go. See, it didn't look like this in Dulles earlier when we were going in and out of there. There we go. That looks a little more like it's some of those cumulus. Alright. Oh, just hit Shift X like I'm in Microsoft 2024. But I'm not, I'm in a good simulator now. Okay. There we go. Auto on, auto. Let's come over here. Let's go flight plan, import OFP. Should be 106. Yep, 106, send FMS. Payload, performance, set. And we'll just set that there. And, we'll spare the loading from GSX. We'll just get them to get us ready for pushback and departure. We'll just do Donata. Only thing we need to do down here is get those ready. Bang, 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 bang. And then we're going to be 2,000 and put it on there. Back in
Hello,
the simulator
Captain.
here,
We
connect
are
to
ready for
Slammer.
pushback.
What did I say? 106 with service to Pittsburgh. Connecting to V-Pilot. And what else? We got to do the whole flight plan here. That's auto ATC giving us a squawk code. Execute that, sure. Index, Posinit. We are in ID.
Departure checks completed.
Flight plan.
Bypass
So now
pin
this flight we
inserted.
are going to actually do both. Now, again, runway 30 realistically is closed in Washington Dulles right now. So we're actually going to take runway 1 center if we can. What are the winds doing right here? The winds are calm. I'm going to plan for 1 center.
Locking gear.
It has us on the, let's see, I'm going to move this over a little bit. So this can be my, let me zoom it in a little bit here too. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Nope, that's not. Gosh dang it. That's what we're talking about. All right, 1 center for departure today. What is going on? This didn't just WASM crash, did it? Are you kidding me? Did Microsoft 2020 just WASM crash? It's never WASM crashed on me before. Guys, you've got to be kidding me. Holden said, is there an update for the plane or anything? Not that I know of. The only thing that I've done differently, and maybe I'm stupid for this. But it wasn't in 2024, so what I did was I went in my 2020 community file and I copied the airplane file and pasted it in the 2024 community folder. Was that stupid? If that was stupid, I'll go back and delete it out of the 2024 community folder and we'll just fly the 737 tonight. But if Holden, if you don't think that's why that's happening, if you think this is just some random occurrence, then we will press on with this. Let me open up the Aerosoft thing again here. Let me just see if there's anything. Yeah, dude, we're probably definitely not doing a return flight now. What's up, Vu? Just a disaster of a stream. How long have you been live for here? We've been live for, hang on, an hour, and we haven't even left the ground, so yeah, no updates available on Aerosoft 1. Lunar said, no, that's fine. That's how I have it. It's not the problem. Ethan said, nah, I've done that and had 0 issues. Okay. All right. Shouldn't affect 2020. Yeah, they did both have an update, Holden. You're right. They both had updates. I did just update Microsoft 2024 as well. Just got done in a small GA flight. Nice, dude. I'm hesitant to just load up in the CRJ again. Now, to be fair, even in 2020, or in 2024, it didn't WASM crash on me, but it did just do the stupid thing where the engines just didn't start. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Holden. I'm steaming right now, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I want to fly the 300 again at some point. Do some freighter ops. But I don't think tonight is the night. I might put a hole through my monitor if I do that. I'm just kidding. I would definitely wouldn't punch my monitor. 7-3. I don't mean that about the 7-3. I just mean that about the situation. Good old reliable PMDG. Yeah. All right, hang on. I'm removing this flight right now. Let's go to... No, I'm not creating an airline. Let me book a flight. There we go. Let's go scheduled packs flights. Since we're definitely not going to come back, we could just do a little bit of a longer flight, such as Dulles to Boston or Dulles to Atlanta. It's already 7 o'clock. How far is this Dulles to Atlanta flight going to be realistically? Just I'm making it up on ID to Atlanta. Hour 55 block. What's the flight time going to be? Try the CRJ one more time, Lunar. 300 flight at SDF would be solid. Yeah, we'll definitely do that at some point, Ethan. But the 300 has been acting up on me for whatever reason recently, so we got to get back in that, though. Hour and 18 minutes of airtime down to Atlanta from Dulles. Do we have anything? I thought we had stuff going into BNA. Also, I'll let you guys see what I'm looking at. Do we have anything going into BNA yet? Do we have any actual routes? BNA to MCO is the only thing, but we don't actually have any aircraft on it. Atlanta to Dallas. It's interesting. Yeah, let's do a flight out of the hub. We got to do a flight. You know, let's do a Dulles to... We've done Dulles to Atlanta, though. Let's go Dulles to Boston. I don't think we've done Boston yet at all. Let's just do this one. Let's just suck it up and do this guy here. We're going to be... Dude, low-key, I kind of want to fly in the MAX, bro. And the 7-3 isn't even there right now. Nah, we gotta take our Livery. You can use free flight. Yeah, I'm not, though. I'm going to do... we're going to go to airlines. We're going to manage the airline and take a look at all of our losses. We're gonna go to the 737-800. Where is it right now? It's in LAX. This one is in Atlanta. Probably because we left it there. Let's just get it to Dulles. Save changes. Now it's in Dulles. Now we can go my flights, book a flight. Scheduled slammer. We can go from Dulles to Boston now in the PMDG 737-800, which is right there, 988 Sierra Alpha, or 888 Sierra Alpha. 2215, that's going to work out just fine for us. Let's go ahead and book that flight. And let's jump into Washington Dulles with the 737. Let me change my throttles real fast. And get rid of that so you guys can just see this now. And let me just switch out. I'll be right back. I'm going to switch out my Airbus throttles for my Boeing ones. Well, thanks guys for sticking with me here for the last hour. What do we got? Hour and 1 minute. Thanks for sticking with me, even though we haven't even left the ground yet. So appreciate that. Good old Barry Sealops flight to Boston is love. Last 2 flights have been to and from there. Oh, your last 2 flights? Nice, dude. Do free flight, then you'll be able to go to BNA. Yeah, Holden, it's all right. It's all right. I don't need to go to BNA that bad right now. I'm okay. Because I think doing flights out of the hub is better for the airline anyways. So, yeah, we're just going to rock the 737 and go from there. And we'll do the... Oh, geez. I think that means I'm going to have to... When it spawns in like this, I'm pretty sure the only thing you can do is, yeah, restart it. Oh my gosh. Captain Ethan Pro Lurking starts now. An hour and 1 minute into the flight, into the stream, and he drops the lurking stat, limp. That's pretty good. All airlines get delays, Lunar. Let's try loading in with the 737 one more time and just see if that fixes anything. If not, we're gonna have to just completely restart the sim, I think. Wow, this update. Microsoft just royally I don't know what they did in this last update, dude, but it ain't working. Whatever they did not work in this last update, dude. This is absolutely atrocious. I don't think we're ever going to leave the ground, Vu. I don't think we will. Michael said, wait, we're doing a flight. No, this is just loading. This is the loading stream. Microsoft Loading Simulator. That's the only thing we're able to look at, actually. It's like probably 75 degrees in my room right now, by the way, because my AC is broken. So, Lunar said you're still on time to join, Michael. Michael, I feel like every time you join a stream, it takes way too long to get off the ground. I guess there's definitely some changes Sim Update 2 if it won't even work now. Yeah. I know another thing. Let me plug in my Ethernet cable. I don't think that has anything to do with anything right now, but... This may go down as one of the worst streams of all time. This is right up there with the A350 release stream. Right up there with the A350 release party. All right, moment of truth. Hey, all right, hang on. We're at least, I think it spawned in with the engines on, but we can at least do something with this. Dulles to Boston Slimmer 101. Let's go ahead and start that flight. Okay. All right, here we go. Request data from SimBrief. Like I said, we're not going to mess around with this. Dulles to Atlanta. I thought I did Dulles to Boston. I did do Dulles to Boston, so why... Oh, probably because that's... Hang on, wait. I think that's because that's just the last thing I have in my sim brief. Let's go to generate an OFP. This is going to be my first time doing this with not as the CRJ as well, so this is going to be interesting. Slimmer 101, our like 4th filed flight plan of the night. Let's view it over here. We did file on there. Slimmer 101 Dulles to Boston. So let's go ahead now and take a look at this. Let's request new data. Dulles to Boston, Slimmer 101, phenomenal. Cruising at 36,000 feet, just over an hour of flight time tonight, so that should do it for us. Perfect. Okay, let's go to Performance Tool. We're going to go 1 center tonight. I don't care if anybody's coming the other way. People are moving out of their way for us tonight. We're Slammer 101. We're going to be a Boeing 737 and connect to Auto ATC. Let's calculate some numbers for this. Auto ATC again, squawking 0534 0534 05. Oh, look at that, 34, perfect. And let's take a look at some. What's going to be the CTAF here? Dulles CTAF. CTAF Dulles 3442 normal tower frequency. All right. 3442. Okay. Yep, the nav data is out of date. Whatever, don't care. Don't care. Where's Rick? All right, Dulles to Boston. Michael said I'm coming, can't find the route. Michael, maybe because this is probably the only one. Don't cancel your current flight, Michael, if you're in the sky. Oh, wait, yeah. Did you get there, Michael? Let's go engine down here, and let's get to work on the APU. We're just going to push back. We're not going to do any nonsense with, we're just going to get all those pumps on right now. Low oil pressure all the way on. Are these on? No, they're not. Of course not. APU's coming online. Battery isn't on for whatever reason. Get the seatbelt signs on. Dude, I got to get the Boris sound pack for the CRJ.
Dulles traffic, American 2846 on final, runway 19 left. Short final, 19 left, Dulles traffic.
Oh, and they're landing south. How many more people are coming? That guy. 764 to Honolulu is a filed flight plan. What simulator? X-Plane 11 is the only one that I know has the 764. All right, overhead panel. We're going to be cruising at flight level 370 tonight. I feel like it might do this on its... I thought it did this on its own. Landing elevation in Boston is probably pretty close to sea level, I would assume. Didn't lose anything. I canceled, didn't lose anything, he said. Oh my gosh. Well, that's good. We can't afford any more losses right now. Yeah, 19 feet, so we'll just... yeah, we'll leave it there. Landing on any streams tomorrow. I'd love to fly along. Ethan, yeah, probably a similar time, except we're actually going to plan to start at about... Actually, we'll probably be able to start earlier. So at 2:30 and 3:30, probably like 4:30, probably about the same time, 4:30, 5 o'clock. We'll think about starting the stream, Ethan. So yeah, 4:30, 5 o'clock tomorrow as well, and should pretty much be able to do that for the rest of the week. Did I not start the APU? Hello? Brother, I definitely did that. Bro, guys. If the APU doesn't start, I'm going to crash out, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think it just picked up. I think it's starting now. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys. You were about to see a crash out of epic proportions. Woo! All right, departing runway. What runway does SimBrief have us on? It has us off 30. I'm just gonna take 1 center. 1 center on the Jacoby 4 departure with the Swan transition. And we can do the arrival once we get up and rolling. Ethan said, I keep hearing my name that I remember. This another Ethan. Well, it applies to all Ethans. Any Ethan is free to come along on these flights. What? Did I not do that? Okay, I guess I didn't. Perfing it. I thought I could request the weights. We have all of our numbers over here, so we're just waiting on this stuff to go. Interref is going to be fine. Climb, cruise, all that good stuff. Climb, maintain 3,000 on the Jacoby. And we'll get our runway heading here in a minute. Arm those. Flight directors on. Actually, it's going to be 011. I already know what it is. Load that. It's like the Instagram trend of all the Ethans. I don't know if I've seen that one before. Maybe that's just an Ethan thing. All right, let's see. We're takeoff D-rate nothing. 47 degrees on the flex temp today. And takeoff flaps to 5. CG, there it is. 140, 142, 147 on the V2 speed. 147 on the V2 speed. Trim's going to be 468 today, so almost to 5. This is also the CRJ yoke setting, so I'm curious to see how it feels with the 7.3. Might need to just kind of set it up back to like default type thing. We'll see. All right, 147. I believe we're good to go pretty much here. Let's go ahead and get the APU gens online, APU bleed online. Crank the AC. I'm going to crank it for everybody just for the sake of the fact that I don't have any. So I'm going to make sure you guys are at least okay in the back. Okay, yaw dampers are going to come online. Hydraulic pumps are going to come online. Anti-collision light's going to come on, and we are going to request a pushback from GSX, which I'm sure is going to go so well. I'm sure this is just going to go so very well. Ethan, here is the Slammer Air Livery on the 737. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let's release the release all that. I have. Let me set the parking brake real fast, and then I have the APU on. Gens are on, so it's not going to kill the power. Woo! All right, guys. Looks like we are going to finally get out of here. You just call you Captain E. Captain E and Ethan J. All right, maybe I'll just call him Jolly. Yeah, here it is, man. So good. It reminds me of like Nike. I don't know why.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
I don't think there's anybody coming into Washington Dulles right now, so we should be free to take off 1 center. Nope. Oh, that guy's going to DCA. Yeah, we're the only ones here, so we're going to take off whatever runway we want.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Captain Ethan said, what's funny is there's this dude I know who's also Ethan. Same last name initial, also a private pilot, and flies the simulator. Jeez, you guys are just living parallel lives. Now we're on a 737, Ente says. Yeah, Livery has something with Nike now that you say it. Yeah, I don't know what it is, dude. Definitely getting some Nike vibes here. But yeah, we were in a 737. Now we've tried so many times on the CRJ tonight, and it's just not working. So we're just going to go with the 7.3. And it's going to be great. And it's going to be great because the 737 is great. Okay. They would just lock the gear. We could get out of here. I think he has beef with me. Oh no. We're gonna go nose to the left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Release the brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear.
Engine to
Start
the ground.
at will.
Oh shoot, I gotta get the packs off. My bad. Lunar, you got the license to make a Nike livery? I don't think anybody does, dude. Like, actually, if anybody would, it would be Lunar, too. Sounds like a good engine start on number 1. let's go number 2. I started my flight and everything in New Sky, right? We're good. Logger. Yeah, okay, we're good. It's the sound of the nose wheel turning. Start up engine number 1. Boris CRJ's madness, dude. I need that. I was literally just looking at the Boris at how much it was. $10. I think I'm gonna buy it. I feel like I have to, dude. Those Boris sound packs just bring planes to life, man. They really do. Can't remember which class it was, but there's 3 Ethans in the same class. Yeah, Jolly, that's wild that you've never met another Ethan, because I've met a lot of Ethans in my day.
Please set parking brake.
Park brake is set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
We've got a good engine start. Go away.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start.
RTO
You
flaps
can
to
disconnect.
5, por favor, and APU can go. Engine jets can come on first. APU can come off. Packs backed on. APU bleed off. Engine bleeds on, and then everything on the overhead panel looks good for us here. Probe heats can come on as well. And other than that, taxi light can come on. And wait for a second for them to get out of the way.
Unlocking
That's about
gear.
it. Yeah, tomorrow, same time. All week, really, same time on the streams.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
We'll probably try the RJ
Left
again
is clear,
tomorrow,
right is
especially if
clear.
I'm gonna get the Boris sound pack or something. I do want to do a little flight control test with this. I could have sworn, by the way, it was in systems, but system just doesn't show anything useful, so... Let's go outside and do a quick flight control test while we wait for them to get out of the way. Right, full left, full up, full down, full right rudder, full left rudder. Let's get out of here. And we're going to taxi the usual route to 1 center's Yankee 900, so we're just going to take that. Dulles traffic, Slimmer 101, taxi runway 1 center, Yankee 900, Dulles traffic. Alright guys, here we go. Yankee 900, runway 1 center. Now I know what it feels like to taxi around a 737 here and not a Caravan. Look at that. That is gorgeous right there. Shout out to LUNAR. All his links are in the description below. We're working on a buy me a coffee link for him as well. Getting that out there. Keep the throttles up here. Alright guys, looks like we are finally going to get off the ground here, Lord willing. If we have another WASM crash, the stream might just be over. $738 is taxing like a 172. Move assistance page only works in the 800 to see flight controls. This is the 800, so... theoretically. Alright, here's Yankee 9er. Dulles traffic, Slimmer 101, taking runway 1 center, Yankee 9er for departure on the Jacoby for Dulles traffic. Alright guys, let's get some togas in the chat. Finally, let's get some likes as well. We're finally departing out of Washington Dulles right now, guys. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Togas in the chat. Let's get it. Oh, okay, it just stops completely. Typo 700? Oh, okay, interesting. Alright, engines are stable at 50. Let's go Toga. I'm curious to see how these yoke settings are with this thing. I'm using the CRJ profile right now. Airspeed's alive.
80 knots.
Cross-checked.
V1. Rotate.
There we go. Alright. I like that.
Positive rate.
Here's coming up. Outside view. Can you believe it? Can you believe in miracles? They'd usually give you a heading out of here, and then they'd give you a turn to Riggins. Let's go direct to Riggins. And then we'll go with LNAV, VNAV. Let's go flaps 1. Okay, it's definitely tough to turn. Oh shoot, there's 3,000. We're gonna go through that. We'll get something just up in the flight levels for now. And altitude intervene, so we don't have to set a speed. Let's go flaps up. And let's just go autopilot on. Not having it tonight. Alright, flight level 370 is our cruising altitude. Let's go ahead and set that. There was 370 is set for us. Flaps are up, indicating gear is up and not locked because I can't. Auto brake is coming off, and landing lights can stay where they're at for now until we're through 10,000 feet, guys. Holy moly. We're out. We got Boston ground and approach online. They've been on for an hour and a half though, so we'll see how long they actually stay on for, but I love the sound of this wing view. It sounds so good. Little shortcut, let's say, let's just say they give us direct to Swan for now. Caleb Shaw, my guy's getting out of that airspace. That's right, dude. Why waste any time? We've spent more than enough time on the ground in the airspace today. It's time to go. It is time to go. Welcome to the stream, Caleb Shaw. Golly, dude. What a mess. Jolly heading out. Hope we'll be back to see the slam into Boston. See you later, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Coming up on 10,000, we'll get the landing lights off. Probably the seatbelt signs as well. It seems pretty smooth. Landing lights are off. Logo and wing lights can come off. Strobe lights, there they are. Anti-collision lights, there they are. And we can turn the seatbelt signs off for them. Why not? Accelerating to our 290 knots. It is nice to have some VNAV back, though. I will say that. Auto throttles. I will say I don't really like notice the difference though. Like it's nice to not have to set it, but like I mean, it's not like at least in the climb, it's not like you're messing with the throttles like the whole time. I will say if that's your reason for not getting the CRJ is because it's manual throttles, don't let that be a reason because you're really once you get to cruise, you find the power setting that works and you do it and you use it, you don't really mess with it. I mean, it's like flying a 172. It's like the autopilot does all the other stuff for you, except for move the throttles. But in the climb, you just have them in the climb thrust. And when you level off, you just set it for like 1,800 to 2,000 pounds per hour on the fuel. And that gives you pretty much what you want for your airspeed, your Mach. And really, you're fine. So if that's your reason for not getting the CRJs, don't let that be the reason because you'd be avoiding a really great plane. Just because of that. And after how you guys all saw today went, that should be saying something if I'm still talking about the CRJs like that. I do think it's a great plane still. I'm just a little upset is all. Same with the CJ4. Yeah, well said. Well said. All right. All right, through flight level 180, we're going to go set standard altimeter setting. And I'm going to take a little break here as we go up to cruising altitude, and I'll be back here in just a few minutes. Alright, Chad, I'm back. CMCFI, what's up, man? Welcome. Okay, I've cooled off mentally and physically. There's some cold water on my face, and I think we're doing alright. We're doing alright. How are we doing the cruise here? Still coming up on top of climb. Top of descent's in 100 miles already, too. Maybe we should stop this a little early. Let's stop at like 350 here. What do you think? No reason to really cruise that high if... No reason to cruise that high unless, let me see, the arrivals into Boston. Let's take a look at the weather. I believe they do have VATSIM. There was VATSIM online in Boston. There is no longer. So let's take a look at the METAR in Boston. Departure arrival only on 4 right now. Wind is 080 at 5 knots. So we're gonna expect 4 right. Let's do. Is there an RNAV? There is an RNAV to 4 right. Let's shoot an RNAV approach. Why not? 1 to go. So we're gonna be on the Roebuck 3, and yeah, nothing above flight level 350, so we're good to go there. So let's do departure arrival RNAV or right. I believe we can take it from Goshi. Actually, that's probably why the we'll take it from Goshi on the Roebuck 3 from, I believe, JFK is correct. SimCFI, how you feeling, brother? JFK, there we go. Now let's look at the top of descent. Might be a little farther away now. Oh no, it's actually closer, 80 miles, all right. So looking at the RNAV, we don't need to set up anything down here. We really don't need to set up a final approach course either, but the final approach course is gonna be 035. It's probably just good practice to set it anyway. Mins are going to be 218, and the altimeter in Boston is going to be 29085, 29085, which is right there, and then 218 on the Mins, which is right there. Lovely thing about being right there at sea level pretty much here on this approach, yeah. Look at this thing, guys. Oh my gosh. SimCFI, do you know of any issues with the compatibility of the CRJ and the new updates that just came out for Microsoft 2020 and 2024? Because it'd be having issues. Yeah, no more ATC, it looks like, for us. It's not the CRJ Infinite Butter. Infinite Butter. We really tried to make the CRJ work today. I tried it 4 times total. 2 times in 2024 and 2 times in 2020, I believe. Maybe just the 1 time in 2020, I don't remember. But these updates are taking a toll on something. Not the CRJ, unfortunately, but we're still having a good time. Bottom altitude on the arrival. Looks like from Goshi 6,000 feet. So set that up. And we'll go outer brake 2 is fine. What's the, how much runway do we have? Or right, we've got 10,000 feet of runway, will be just fine. And we should be pretty much set up to start dropping down once we hit our top of descent. So yeah, guys, we're looking good. Beautiful evening here to fly. Trying to think about time to set up a long haul tonight. Probably from either bring the triple back from Zurich. Something. I think Ente said he was trying to fly it back. So we have an ETA in Boston. $23.24, so like 45 minutes. So about 7:30 in Boston. Lim said we could use the money. That's what I'm saying. I have to get up at 3 though. So 7:30 we're landing. Tim off at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. 7 hours. Really have to leave at 4. As long as we're landing by 4. Like maybe an 8th hour. Let's see. $20 is fine, but 24 not sure. CMC5 says okay. 2024, we were greeted with a WASM crash and a what else? I think 2 WASM crashes. So we've got those 15-hour flights to Dulles. How what's this? Is that all ATC? Cross news at maintain flow 270. Let's see where news is at in here. All right. So is there a VNAV? No, it just says 8 miles for the top of descent. We'll see if we end up crossing news at where it wants us to cross news at. Yeah, I think it was 2 WASM crashes. I don't know, actually. The second one, I wasn't able to use the throttles for whatever reason. The engine 1 wouldn't start. Like, it would start, and I would introduce fuel, and it wouldn't go past, like, that idle. And then I had to get ready for taxi, and it still didn't start. And then my throttles got stuck, so. I don't know, man. Now, those flights, unfortunately, are going to be... Unless I took off, like, way later tonight. I'm trying to think. If I left at, like, 16 hours. If I departed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Be 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Oof, it'd be close. Then I could put on pause, stop, and ascent. I don't know. It would probably be... Yeah, those flights would be longer. Dulles to Hong Kong. Could just YOLO it. You can do the Dulles to London run at 7 hours. Why is Dulles to London not available? Do we not actually have a route between Dulles and London? Let's put the seatbelt signs on. Sounds like we started our top of descent, or we've hit our top of descent. Excuse me. My airlines manage. Let's see. Do we have? No. Where are we at? Map. No, we should have my airlines. I'm thinking limp. Let me see, how long is it, Dulles to Hong Kong and the 777 Whiskey. 1540 on the block. The only thing is, has anybody experimented with pause, stop, and ascent in the sim yet, or in New Sky yet? It does say it exceeds the aircraft range. See if I use the PMDG. Have a route from Dallas to London? Is that Dulles to London or Dallas to London? Still says that it exceeds its zero fuel. You can't pause New Sky, otherwise you get docked. Okay, so maybe not that one. Dulles to Hong Kong is the one that crashes. Oh, because not enough fuel. Right. I'm gonna be there in a minute. Hello, what the people say. Yeah, Dulles to London, 7-hour block. Dulles to Paris. Okay, this is the one I messed up. Let me edit this because let me see how long this block is. LFPG. 7-hour, 10-minute block. Oh, I have to be able to manage this flight schedule. Yeah, it's blocked at an hour, so we need to change that to 7-hour and 10-minute block. There we go, and then this one here, just the 777 can do that. Okay, that's fine. What about LSZH2 Washington Dulles? 9 hours block? Because I have a plane in Zurich right now that we could fly back to Dulles. It would be a 9-hour block. How much flight time? Looks like we crossed the 270, so that's nice. Then Felix, or Fex at flight level 230 it wants us at. Dang, it's keeping us really slow through here. I'll allow it only because we're basically going straight in for runway 4 right. So, 8 hours of airtime. So what if I left, what did I say I'd be done with this? Probably about 7:30. If I left at 8 o'clock, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'll go Zurich and back. I'll go back from Zurich is what I'll do. So are we sure, do we know if we can book a flight while we're doing another flight yet? Has anybody tried that? Because I could book this flight right now. Flight plan looks pretty good, ties in with Goshi pretty well, and straight in for the RNAVs. That looks great. Ooh, those clouds, that looks so good. Sorry, Mike, I just saw your text in the Discord. What's the route? I gotta start putting the route. Ever since I've been doing these, somebody... B122.8, what's the, what is it, CTAF, K-Boss, 28.8. Oh, jeez. What button? I clicked like N. I don't even know what button I just clicked right there, I'm not gonna lie. What button was that? X? Z? Z. So the Z button disconnects my autopilot, by the way. 28.8. 28.8 is gonna be CTAF going into Boston. Guess we can have that up and just hear what people are doing. Monitor. Still nobody online in Boston. Delta going to London. British Airways Super going to London. SAS just getting in from Copenhagen in Boston. It's heavy hour in Boston, it seems like. Like and subscribe if you guys are new around here. Appreciate y'all being here, even though this has been a disastrous stream. This is right up there with the release party stream for the A350 in terms of epic proportions of failure. So, but thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Consider becoming a member if you really like to see me fail. And that's for as little as $1.99 a month. So, like I said, much love, guys. Really love and appreciate all you guys. Actually, let me take a look at the membership stuff too, because I think I can make another emoji if we have over 10 members, which at last I checked we did. We have 13 members right now. Shout out all you guys. Let's run through it real quick. We got a different perspective. Shout out to you, sir. Vu Fanman, Sim CFI, Captain Shaquille O'Neal, Mexican Aviator, Joe Sardo, Simple Fighter, Mr. Hardjoss, Lunar, Holden, Michael, Limp, and Micah are all of our members. Micah, Limp, Michael, Holden, and Lunar, and Hardjoss, all at 3 months. So shout out to all you guys, man. Much love, much love. I think that means I can add an emoji as well. So I'll look into that for you guys. You guys love seeing that stuff. Alright. This is true. How come we don't just descend a little bit faster? Said steep descent after Ruiz. All in at 17 or above. Well, not really. It's actually pretty fine because then flight level 190 there at Roebuck. Another auto ATC, Boss Center, Assembly the Roebuck 3, Boss Center 2985. Right, well, we're already doing that, sir. Thank you, though. I don't know, oh, we never did the verse of the day today. Let's, in all my anger and haste, we forgot the verse of the day. All right, verse of the day, Ephesians 4:29. Do not use foul or abusive language. Let everything you say be good and helpful so that your words will be an encouragement to those who hear them. This is one I think that points... This brings a gray answer, I believe, to the question of should Christians swear? For a long time, I had quite the dirty mouth, but I've since cleaned that up for the most part. But here's kind of my take on should Christians swear. I say no. And, you know, you make the argument, well, you know, they're just words, it's just this, it's just that. Okay, well, the other side of the coin is if you're doing something that, first of all, that Christ wouldn't do, first of all, you try to check yourself because... You know, do you think Christ today would be walking around dropping F-bombs saying, you know, oh, it's just a word, you know, lighten up? You know, probably not. He probably would not be doing that today. The other thing is, if other people hear you doing it, they're like, oh, well, he's a Christian and he MFs this guy and that guy, and not even just swearing, by the way, like he gossips and he talks about this and that. So I think you're just, if you are swearing in public like that, I think you're kind of setting a little bit of a bad example of a Christian and what it means to follow after Christ. again, just for the simple fact of them saying like if you do swear and stuff like that, and you're kind of a little out there with your language and stuff, and somebody would say like, oh, I didn't even really realize you were a Christian because like you swore and stuff like that. Like I've heard people say that before. So it's kind of like, okay, you know, if that's the case, then what are we doing? Why are we swearing? Is it helping you reach people for Christ, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And if the answer is no, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. That includes swearing. You know, you get into the argument of if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? You know, you get into that argument. But for the most part, I would say that yes, swearing is... Them said I've been talking to Holden the other night trying to curb my speech. Been in the restaurant business, you know it's not easy. I know it's not easy, and I played hockey especially, football a little bit, football just normally, but like hockey in particular, the speech is awful amongst hockey players. So let's get a little speed breakout. Hockey player talk is absolutely horrible. So that took a while to kind of curb that habit, I will say. So I totally get what you're talking about, though, Limp. And, you know, is it the worst thing in the world? Like, are there bigger fish to fry? You know, absolutely. Like, don't let this be the reason that you're not going to be a Christian or you're not going to get saved is because you have a dirty mouth. It's like, okay, come to Christ and we'll fix the dirty mouth later. You know, and I think you could still be a very on fire for Christ Christian and still swear. It's a sin just like anything else. And again, because it's all relative, right? Like things we say today maybe were considered abusive or foul back in the day, but people back in the Roman day, you could go up and call a Roman soldier, you know, an effing piece of crap, you know, and he probably would be like, what are you even saying? And it wouldn't even matter because he would have no idea what you're talking about. So again, I think this verse kind of talks about just like, don't use foul or abusive language. Let everything you say be good and helpful, right? Like, is swearing good and helpful? Usually not, right? So we should probably be trying to stay away from it. And then let your words be an encouragement to others, right? If you're trying to toe that line, right? If you're like, well, you know, if you're going to justify it and say like, well, this, well, that, you know, it's again, it's all relative. It's like, it's your intent behind it. It's like, okay, if you're trying to toe that line, are your words being encouraging is what it comes down to, and is it helpful? So it's not the worst thing, but it always makes me feel more unintelligent. That's fair. That's something my mom always used to tell me whenever I was like a little kid, and like if somebody was swearing in public, she'd be like, look at that idiot. Like, does he sound intelligent to you? Do you want to sound like that? I'm like, no. So she wouldn't say look at that idiot, but she would say like, does that sound like an intelligent human being? And you're like, no. Like, yeah. So, but I agree with that, Limp. Especially like in a random setting. Like if you're in a public setting with people you don't really know and you're losing your cool and you're swearing and like dropping F-bombs, it's like people aren't going to take you more seriously. Like they're just going to look at you like you're stupid. So, yeah, so that's kind of my take on swearing, and just again, not even swearing, but just gossip and stuff like that. Another thing, by the way, and this is true with a lot of different things, right? Pilots have the water cooler talk, so to speak, just like any other occupation, and maybe a little worse. I mean, the complaining amongst pilots is unbelievable, and it's really easy to fall in that trap. I mean, we're sitting there sometimes with, you know, 5 or 10 pilots all together, a couple of different crews, and, you know, you could just sit around and complain about people and talk smack behind their back for, like, you know, the hour or two, or tomorrow we have like a 6-hour sit. You know, you could sit there and talk crap about people the whole dang day. And everybody would do it and everybody would love you for it. But is that helpful? And you know what? We were doing it today a little bit, and I always try to keep this in my mind. I try not to talk too much crap, but we were doing a little bit of this today, and I looked on my phone and this verse popped up, and I immediately shut my mouth. I was like, is anything I just said helpful? Was it encouraging? You know, probably not. So I should just shut up. You know, it's not worth fitting in, and it's not worth being cool to put other people down, really. So, I don't know. Like I said, that's just kind of my take on it. So, could be wrong. All right, as we're coming on the arrival here, let's take a 2-minute break, and I'll be right back. 3-minute break, I guess. It's the only thing I can do.
Boston Tower, good evening. Virgin 647 with you.
4647 Heavy, Boston Tower, hello.
Boston Tower.
Trying taxi to 4 right.
4647 Heavy, Roger, runway 4 right, taxi Bravo.
Taxiing to runway 4 right via Bravo, Virgin 647.
Turn him down a little bit. Are you back? Is the brake over? Send it now. Alright, coming up on 10,000, let's get our landing lights on. All of our other lights are set. Our seatbelt signs are on. What does it say? Off schedule descent. Oh shoot, because I never, that's okay. Probably just lose pressurization and die, but it's fine. Alright, doing 240 on the speed. Coming up on Goshi here shortly, which is going to be our initial fix for the RNAV runway 4 approach. Well, let's use the HUD for this. Why not? Oh, I think I have to like drag it down, don't I? Oh no, just kidding. Let's speed intervene. How far out are we? Goshi 6,000, that's quite a ways. Probably don't need to do any flaps or anything like that. Hey, Tower Slimmer, 101, we're coming up on Goshi for the RNAV 4, right?
I'm 101 Boston Tower, Roger, report 10 final. I think our 107 front of you, turning final, about 15 mile final.
I'm sorry, I had to turn you up a little bit. Can you, what do you want us to report for Slimmer 101?
Center 101, report a 10-mile final. There's additional traffic in front of you, about 15-mile final.
Okay, Roger, we'll call you at a 10-mile final, Slimmer 101. He might have said 5-mile final, but... He's doing 250 knots.
American 7184
Still,
Boston Tower, hello, runway 4 right, clear the land, 1 departure, 5 to your arrival.
I can't arm approach. Bound approach course is set. I was hoping it would give me a distance to the runway. Glide path is armed. I never know when you should and shouldn't arm approach mode on these RNAV approaches.
American 647 heavy, runway 4 right.
This is a disastrous stream today. I was asleep and woke up 35 minutes ago, not even bothered to check because I thought I missed the stream. Hardjaws, this was a disastrous stream, brother. One to go, and we're going to set 1700 so that we don't stop descending. That's our final approach fix. And glide slope intercept altitude. So 10-mile final will be what fix? It's call that 2 miles, 5 miles. Nabo is going to be a 10-mile final. So Nabo, we'll call him at Nabo. Arm approach about 15 miles out. Well, my thing was with the RNAV approach, I didn't know, I never know which ones to arm approach mode and which ones just to leave it in ONAV, VNAV, you know? But it looks like this one, since we have WAS and it's an LPV approach, I think maybe you can arm approach mode, I guess? I don't know. Alright, Josh, just go back and watch it, dude. It was just so bad. Everything went wrong, dude. I think we had 2 WASM crashes in 2024 with the CRJ. I think we had one in 2020 as well, which is wild. Yeah, we definitely got some content to talk about. That was just like the freaking A350 release party, dude. That's exactly what it was. We had to restart a couple times. It was terrible. I think I'm gonna move the chat box back down.
647 heavy, frequency change approved, have a nice flight.
Frequency change approved, Roger 647, thank you, and I'll be good night.
Because y'all can never see it up there. I think it's always in the sun. Okay, we're in right now. We're in 2020 in the PMBG 737. In the Slammer Air Livery, of course. Let's go flaps 5. I don't think that'll overspeed it. We'll see. Yeah, this is exactly the same thing as the 350 stream, Harjos. It's the outer marker, that beeping you hear in the background. Jeez, dude, we're just not slowing down. GPU never came today? Dang, and you said you paid extra for that too? That sucks, dude. What's flaps 10 speed under 210? Flaps 10, let's do it. Need help slowing down, so. I love that flap sound, oh my gosh. Hit Tower Slimmer 101, about a 10-mile final.
Center 101, Roger, wind 100 at 4, on my 4 right, clear to land.
4 right, clear to land, Slimmer 101. Alright guys, we are cleared to land. All of our lights are set. Doing 180. We'll give him 180 till 5, just to try to keep some spacing. I can also help you talk out your SSD issue. Okay, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, Harjos.
2,500.
Because it's like $200 or something like that, and I'm saving up. So I think I'm going to use the YouTube money specifically for that. Like, I'm going to put the
Exit
YouTube money
70,
back into the
American
PC.
7184. Continue on Foxtrot.
That makes sense.
Cross 4 left and join out for the parking.
Let's arm the speed brake. Let's go. What's going to be 5 mile final? Milt. We've got our glide path intercepted. Let's go ahead and arm our missed approach altitude of 3,000 feet. Let's go gear down. And what this is all of a sudden just got dark. Flaps 15 is 200. Let's go flaps 15 now.
Boston Tower, New England 8526. We're at maintenance over on North Ramp, looking for pushback engine start.
New England 8526 Boston Tower. Start approved. Expect runway 9er.
Pushback approved, New England 8526.
Trying to turn this HUD brightness down a little bit. Doesn't look like it's. There we go. Perfect. Let's get all the way back. Oh, we didn't find a ref speed. That's nice. Flaps 40, 140.
750, we're established an ILS, 048.
Oh, we are hauling right now. Let's go
Canada
flaps full.
732 Boston Tower, runway 4 right to the land, number 2, followed by 737 on 2 mile final.
Quick
Bring
land,
all
we're
the
right
way back to idle. Autopilot off. Let's get some landing rates in the chat here, boys. What do we think with the HUD? Whoa, what is the weather doing? This HUD might just be getting in the way, but we'll see.
400.
145 says then first landing with the this is the CRJ throttle sensitivity settings in the 737, so we'll see how that goes. A little slow correcting that.
Minimums. $100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Ooh. I don't know. Negative 283. All right. 243 says New Sky. I like that one better. Reverses are up. Speed brakes are up. Reverses are green. Speed brakes are up, I should say. And we'll get on the brakes so we can take this left on Yankee here. Get this out of here. I feel like this just messed me
Number
up.
101, continue and join runway 33 right and cross runway 4 left.
Oh, okay, sorry about that. We took Yankee, but we'll join 33 left and then cross, or 33 right, cross 4 left, Slimmer 101. We'll take it. Mexican Aviator, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. So we're going to join 33 right here and then cross runway 4 left. We do have clearance to cross, so we're good to go there. Not going to get cleaned up or anything just yet. Not going to touch anything until we're clear of all the runways. And then I'm guessing he's going to have us join November. Welcome to Boston. Nice CRJ. Yeah, you like that?
Center 101, turn left on November, cross runway 15 right, and join Bravo to parking. Have a good day.
All right, left on November, cross 15 right, Bravo to parking, Slimmer 101. Thanks, JTC. Good night.
Good night.
All right, we're clearing. Let's go ahead and get our flaps up and speed brake. Oh, just ripped the speed brake lever out. Speed brakes can come up. Lights can come off once we straighten out here. There we go. These lights are coming off. Those lights can stay on. APU can start up. Wing lights off. Strobe lights off. And once we get this APU, there we go. Start it up. Welcome to Boston. Yeah, yeah, Mexican Aviator. Just the one leg tonight. I'm pretty beat down after that stream. Oh, I shouldn't have done all that. I guess we are crossing another runway. I'll throw the strobes back on. Need time to recover it. Have a good night, Slammers. Woke up from a nice after-school nap. That's the best, dude. We're just gonna go
Boston
straight
Tower,
ahead
New
to
England,
parking here.
8526, ready for taxi.
And we're gonna get off of VATSIM as well, so that he can't yell at me for just taking the first parking stand we see. Strobes off. And we're just gonna pull in like this. Auto brakes off as well here. Alright, let's stop it there. Set the parking brake. Let's get the APU generator online. Let's get the dome light on too, because it's like low-key really dark in here. APU gens are online. APU bleeds on. Engine bleeds can come off. Those can stay on. And let's go ahead and kill the engines 1 and 2. And let's get the taxi lights all off. And we'll get GSX ready for some deboarding here if we can.
Deboarding requested.
We'll just do Swissport. It's fine. Under 10%. Let's get the anti-collision lights off. We're going to close our flights. We're going to get the hydraulics off. Pro beats can come off. And seatbelt signs can come off. We're all clear to get out of here. Twitch Forever, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Stim update 2 impressions up to now. Twitch Forever. I wish I could tell you. As of now, 0 out of 10. Had 2 WASM crashes on the CRJ portion of the stream. If you saw that, if you go back to the beginning, you can see that. So, as of now, Twitch Forever 0. We might give it another shot tomorrow. We'll have a shorter leash on it. If it WASM crashes on me once, I'll probably just be done. But yeah, very unfortunate. But thanks for tuning in on Twitch Forever. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And that's going to be pretty much it for tonight, guys. Let's take a look at New Sky actually real fast, see how we did. After all of that, we got a perfect 10, 243 feet per minute in the touchdown zone. Made us 18K. So probably going to do a long haul overnight tonight to make a little bit of extra money as well. So we'll go from there. But thank you guys so much for all tuning in, man. Thank you guys also so much for sticking with me through the difficulties of today's stream. I know it's probably really tough to watch, and it was absolutely brutal, but really appreciate all you guys being here. Really appreciate all the support. Like and subscribe if you're new around here. Follow on Twitch as well. We're trying to build the brand over there, so follow on Twitch. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, 4:30 Eastern tomorrow as well. So we'll see you guys. Yep, join the Discord as well. !Twitch to subscribe on the Twitch as well. So, hey, appreciate this follow, Twitch Forever, man. And we'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace. See you.